Good afternoon, and you're very welcome along to Cusick Park here in Ennis in County Clare. It's an intermediate TG4 Ladies Football Championship clash between the hometown County Clare and the visitors all the way from Louth. My name is Peter O'Connell, and I'm joined on co-commentary here this afternoon by former Clare footballer Anne-Marie Conlon. Anne-Marie, just before we quickly run through the teams, quite a good afternoon for football, bit of a breeze, and whoever's playing through what we call the Aldi end here in Cusick Park in Ennis will have the advantage.
Yeah, a nice day for football. I was reading a little bit this morning, but it seems to have cleared up a little bit. As you mentioned, the wind, so that will have an effect on whichever team is playing against it in the first half. But pitch is looking in mighty shape, so yeah, looking forward to a good game.
We're going to take a quick look at the Louth team. Louth have got Rebecca Lamb-Fagan from St Patrick's in goals. Their full back line, they've got one change in the full back line from the programme. Holly Lamb, wearing number 25, comes in at cornerback. At full back, Louth have Sarah Quinn from Foxrock Cabinteely, and Emer Murray then wears 4 from St Kevin's. The half back line, wearing 5, Ciara Nolan from St Feckin's. At centre back for Louth is Shannon McLaughlin from Clonagale. And at left half back, Aoife Russell from Glen Emmets. Midfield, Aoife Halligan from Roach Emmets is partnered by Roisin Kavanagh from St Feckin's. Half forward line, Hannah O'Neill from Newtown Blues. Centre forward, Ciara Woods from Clonagale. Wearing 12 is Rebecca Carr from Geraldines. And the full forward line, Kate Flood from St Patrick's. Emer Byrne wears 14 from St Mocta's. And wearing 15 is Laura Collins from Newtown Blues. And just a word on Louth, Anne-Marie, before we look at Clare. Both counties are through. Louth through, beat down as did Clare.
Yeah, so both counties are true. Both will be looking for the win here today because they will play the second place team on the other side. Just looking at the Louth team you mentioned there, Rebecca Lamb has excellent kick-outs. She's really good on the short kick-outs and equally as good as the long kick-outs. We saw her in the last round against Down. She made one last kick-out and they got a goal from it. So she's quite strong. Looking at the midfield pairing then of Aoife Halligan and Roisin Kavanagh, again very, very strong. They love to go forward. Looking at the half-forward line, Rebecca Carr, so a really versatile player, loves to play in the half-back line and go forward. Looking at Kate Flood then and Laura Collins in the full forward line. The last day Kate Flood got 3-1. Laura Collins also as well able to chip in with a few points, so Clare will have to watch that.
Two teams going through some last minute preparations. The Clare team, they've got Michaela Glenn from Kilmahill in goals. Her clubmate Ellie O'Gorman, wearing 17, comes in at cornerback. Full back is Tara Kelly from Cool Gales, and wearing 4 is Gráinne Harvey from West Clare Gales. The Clare half back line, Sheafrey Nicunnell from Dura Bearfield is at right half back. At centre back is Laurie Ryan from the Banner, and wearing 7 is Rogues Orla Devitt. In the middle, number 8, Aisling Reedy from St Joseph's Dura Bearfield, likely to be partnered by Roisin Considine from Liscannor. Roisin replacing Sinead Considine in the team that's in the programme. The half forward line for Clare, Amy Sexton from Kinmurray-Bricken wears number 10. At centre forward is Lizzie Roach from Bourne Gales, and wearing 12 is Chloe Maloney from Kinmurray-Bricken. And the inside line, wearing 27 is Niamh D from the Banner. At full forward is Fidel McMartin from West Clare Gales, and wearing 15 is Katrina Canlan from Kilmahill, as we pause briefly for Oran Aveen. And the referee for today's game, all the way from Offaly, is Kieran Groom. And Anne-Marie, just a word on Clare, huge boost to see Niamh D back in the starting team. Also Ellie O'Gorman coming in, outstanding defender coming in the full back line.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see Ellie back after hamstring injury. Even her leadership alone will stand to them. Laurie Ryan at centre back. I know she's been busy with soccer commitments and everything. It's great to have her back in centre back. I know Orla Devitt went over in her ankle in the last round, but she seems to be okay, so it's great to have their captain back. Lovely to see Roisin Considine in as well. She missed a league campaign, and as you said, it's great to have Niamh O'Dea in there as well. So lots of experience as well. Lizzie Roach, a young player, she came on, got a few lovely points the last day. So yeah, a really strong team there. So I'm looking forward to a competitive game.
It is quite breezy, and if anything, over the last few minutes, the breeze seems to be swirling even a small bit more. Clare will have the aid of that breeze, although it's a bit of a crossfield breeze, so it should be a help to Clare in the first half. We'll just have to see exactly how that pans out. The referee, Kieran Groom, he's ready for action in the middle of the field. Emer Byrne, the full forward for Louth, is starting in midfield. Clare also making a change in midfield as well. Chloe Maloney is going in there for the throw in. So everyone is ready, everything is set, Anne-Marie, and hopefully we're in for a good game.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll imagine now that the Louth will go short with the kickouts in the first half, so Clare are going to have to press up and watch that, because as I said, she has excellent kickouts.
Kieran Groom now, he's probably just checking there with his people on the sideline. Umpires blows the whistle and the ball is thrown in, and immediately Louth are in possession, and they get the ball forward as far as their wing forward, Hannah O'Neill from Newtown Blues. Hannah O'Neill now is taking on the play, gets it back as far as Aoife Halligan, and she switches to play infield. Louth trying to mount their first attack full forward. Emer Byrne has it now. Byrne is up against 3 Clare players, but recycles back as far as her centre back, Shannon McLaughlin, and Louth now building up a nice little spell of possession in the opening few seconds, but an excellent tackle there from Laurie Ryan from the banner, an outstanding soccer player, a PhD student as well, and that's a great ball forward from Niamh O'Dea, her clubmate. First time ball into the Clare full forward line. Katrina Canlon won it, back to O'Dea. O'Dea has the shot and puts that straight over the bar after 52 seconds. Outstanding score, all started by Laurie Ryan.
Superb score, really well dispossessed by Laurie Ryan. She got the hand in, got the tackle right, timing was perfect. Niamh was playing a little bit deep there. She got a lovely ball into Katrina Callan and a great score from Niamh from the return. Yesterday
in Croke Park, Niamh's brother Cian O'Dea had an outstanding game for Clare in the half back line, and well, his sister has started in similar fashion here in Cusack Park today. Clare lead by a point. Louth, as Anne-Marie said, opting for the short kick out and holding on well to possession, it must be said. Roisin Kavanagh has it now from St. Feckin. She's bursting forward, tackled there by Fidelma Marnan from West Clare Gales, and that's something that all management and coaches want to see, Anne-Marie, forwards tackling. They don't like tackling. I'd say you didn't like tackling,
no,
but you have to put in the odd tackle.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But as the game has changed and evolved so much, the forwards really have to be putting in tackles. You might have got away with it back in my day, but not so much now. Excellent tackle there from Fidelma Marnan. Louth are in possession.
Ciara Woods gets it forward as far as Kate Flood. It's a good ball. Kate Flood now getting away from Siofra Nicunnell. Kate Flood is in. Can she get it across to a teammate? She nearly almost got it across as far as Laura Collins, but superbly read there yet again by Laurie Ryan. Clare lose possession, however, a bit careless in possession. Louth now mounting another attack. Good support run, great support run from the midfielder. Can the inside forward get the shot in on goal? Great opportunity of a goal, and it's buried in the back of the net, and that's an absolutely super finish by Louth and by the Louth midfielder Aoife Halligan from Roach Emmets, and Clare won it back, but then spilled possession and Marie on the way out. And in fairness, a lethal finish by Louth. Yeah, look, Louth didn't panic. They worked it around to scoreable position. They didn't panic, and I got a good score. Michaela has opted to go short here now, and Aisling Reedy's on the ball, and she's after finding Fidelma in the corner. Lovely ball forward, beautiful ball to Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan now in on goal, going past the 21, getting past the defender from Louth on her left foot. Good shot, but a really good save there by Rebecca Lamb Fagan. And Fidelma Marnan got away from Holly Lamb, but the finish with the left foot, it was hit straight at the goalkeeper, and the Louth goalkeeper did very, very well. Louth win a free now in the middle of the field. Roisin Kavanagh goes to ground from the St. Feckin's club, and the referee seemed to have noted Lizzie Roach there just for a high tackle, so Lizzie will have to be careful. Referee Kieran Groom making note of that. Louth take the free nice and quickly, and the play is spread by Shannon McLaughlin. And it's back now with Roisin Kavanagh wearing 9 for Louth. Bounces the ball, loses possession, goes to ground. Foul there by Amy Sexton, and it's going to be, the free is going to be taken by the centre back from Louth, Shannon McLaughlin from Clonagale. Good early ball forward, and it's won inside by the Louth full forward. Spreads the play nicely as far as Shannon McLaughlin back to the centre forward. The centre forward is Ciara Woods. That shot from Ciara was a bit wild. It's a difficult day, Anne-Marie, in which to kick, isn't it? You really have
absolutely.
to judge the kicks.
Yeah, the wind seems to be going right across the field, and Ciara's shot there just was brought across. But look, at both teams are just settling into the game now. Again, Michaela has gone short. She's with her captain Orla Devitt, who has found Aisling Reedy.
That's good play from Aisling Reedy. Gets it forward now, and Clare in possession now, this time through Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney pops it forward as far as Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea taking on the fullback Sarah Quinn. It's a lovely ball inside, goal on, great shot straight over the bar, and that's a very, very good point from Amy Sexton. Goal could have been on Anne-Marie, but I suppose at this early stage, take any chance you get.
Yeah, no, she was quite close to goals there, but no harm take the point. Good work again from Clare. Quick hands, quick ball the whole time. Excellent teamwork. They're pressing up on the kick out here now, and they're forcing Rebecca to go wide, and it's won by Niamh O'Dea.
Niamh O'Dea has been very involved in the opening minutes of this game. A dual player plays Camogie as well for Clare. Back as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney gets it forward, and Laurie Ryan now makes a run, pops it as far as Fidelma Marnin off her left foot, straight over the bar, and that's an absolutely perfect, excellent score there from Fidelma Marnin. And a lot of the Clare forwards doing well so far.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very simple football, popping it off the shoulder, always having a runner. Great score and really good. Free out there, sorry. Yeah.
The short kick out nearly went wrong there for Louth, but Emer Murray, the cornerback from St. Kevin's, did well. Michaela Glynn now from Kilmahill is on the ball. She's looking for somebody to make a run. It's not Michaela Glynn, of course, it's the Louth goalkeeper, Rebecca Lamb-Fagan. And Louth now trying to burst clear with Aoife Russell. Aoife Russell on the far side of the field switches the play, should be cut out, but well won there by Emer Byrne, the roving full forward from St. Moctus. Byrne pops it off as far as the wing forward who's making a support run. Good football from Louth. The shot from the Louth number 12, Rebecca Carr, straight over the bar. And we've been praising one or two of Clare's scores, Anne-Marie. Louth's attacking play has been very impressive so far as well. Yeah,
that was an excellent for full forward there, Emer Byrne. She came out to the 45, won that ball. She seems to be playing a little bit deeper than the full forward line. Excellent score. Michaela's after finding Chloe Maloney for a kick out.
Chloe Maloney did very well to win that ball from Kimmeria Bricken under pressure from two players. Gets it forward as far as O'Dea. O'Dea pops it in field, and Roisin Considine now makes a really good run forward from midfield, pops it over the bar. And again, a really high quality score. Louth a couple of seconds ago, a super point. Clare respond immediately, and it's level here in Keesley Park in Ennis in the TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. Louth 1-1, Clare 4 points, and really good to see Roisin Considine back popping over a point like that.
Excellent, a very experienced player. She's been around a long time. She's flying, is always really, really fit. That was excellent play from Clare. Really good footwork. The passing has been excellent so far.
Louth were under a bit of pressure now trying to come out with that ball, but did well. The Clare forwards were putting a bit of pressure on, but Louth did come out, but Clare have won it back around the middle third. Aisling Reedy now bursts forward. Good football from Reedy. Gives it to Marnin. Marnin bounces it once on her right, this time straight over the bar. And when Fidelma is in that kind of form, Anne-Marie, she's as good as what's around.
Yes, she has a unique two different football boots, so she's hard to miss there. But yeah, excellent score. She's comfortable off right and left most of the time, so again that will do her confidence a world of good. But I know she's taking all the scores, but it's the forwards that are making the runs around her that are making the difference also. You know, Katrina Callan's working really hard, as is Chloe Maloney and Lizzie Roach.
Lovely hand in there.
Amy Sexton.
It was from Amy Sexton. That was excellent football. Chloe Maloney has no, can she get it onto her left foot? She bounced under a bit of pressure from the Louth quarterback Emer Murray, back as far as Fidelma Marnin, and Fidelma, unlucky that time, went just narrowly wide. So Clare still leading by a point, 5 points to Louth's 1-1. Fidelma Marnin works in Centre Sports in Kilrush, as you well know, Anne-Marie. I met her the other day and she said the one thing that she hopes is that it doesn't rain. She hates playing in the rain.
Yes, she does. She's mentioned that quite a few times. She loves a dry day and this is perfect for her. As I said, I know it's a little bit windy, but it's suiting her so far. Just looking at the Clare, and when Louth are kicking out, they're pressing up, the half back line's pressing up, so Laurie Ryan and Sheafrin O'Connell and Orla David, they're pushing up. Louth are in the attack now with Roisin Kavanagh.
Roisin Kavanagh, nice ball forward, but a lovely hand there from the Clare right half back. Sheafrin O'Connell got her hand in to win it back, and Laurie Ryan now goes to ground. She sustained a bit of a knock there. That was good, really good defending there from Sheafrin O'Connell to get the hand in and break up that Louth attack. There's been a lot of really good attacking football from both teams in the opening 9 minutes here in Keswick Park, and then it's a TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. Both, of course, as we already said, already through to the quarter-final of the TG4 Intermediate Championship. The winners will be playing Roscommon or Longford, and well, the losers will play Roscommon or Longford as well. So it's fairly straightforward in terms of the quarter-final draw. And Anne-Marie, you know, I suppose we've seen signs here from both teams why they won their first game, and they're, you know, coming into this game with a good bit of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at last week, Louth had to dig deep against Down. You know, there was only a point or two in it with full time remaining, and they did get a goal to push on in the end. But they're going to fight to the very end. Clare had an easier victory against Down, but still, this is a new game. It doesn't mean anything. This game here has been played at ferocious pace, so the girls got a well-earned strength there to keep on going. So Clare are off again now, and it's Sheafrin O'Connell in possession. She's looking for a runner inside. Niamh O'Dea has made it. If she sees her, she opts to go to Aisling Reedy.
And Aisling Reedy has now bursting forward under pressure there from Emer Byrne, but Clare hold on to it well. Niamh O'Dea definitely won't panic. Lovely bounce, changes direction, pops it forward as far as Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan finds Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy with the fist across goal. Fidelma Marnin missed it by an inch or two, and that really was a great opportunity for Clare. It was good football and really slick move, but Anne-Marie, they'll be just slightly disappointed that they didn't get some kind of a score out of that.
Yeah, I think the wind actually kind of caught that hand pass, and I know she made the right decision as opposed to kicking from the corner. She brought it across the goal, so the wind kind of took her in the end. Fidelma was in there, all she just needs to get the hand to, but unlucky. But they're looking again now, so we have Shannon McLaughlin in possession. She's looking for Hannah O'Neill, but she's been dispossessed once again by Laurie Ryan. Really good to read the game, Laurie, and she's after finding Katrina Callan.
Laurie Ryan has been absolutely outstanding in the opening 11 or 12 minutes, but Clare win it back eventually through Katrina Callan. She did very well, gets it back as far as Chloe Maloney. Maloney up as far as Amy Sexton, wearing 10 from Kimmerer Bricken. Sexton is in, left foot, and that's a really, really good point. And Clare extend that lead after 11 and a half minutes, leading now by 6 points to Louth's 1 goal and 1 point. So Clare in a two point lead here in Keswick Park in Ennis. So
yeah, Amy Sexton has an excellent work rate and a well-deserved score there. She's been making lots of really good runs.
Rebecca Lamb Fagan goes long this time, but there's a bit of a communications mixed up there because there was 3 Clare players around. They won it back fairly easily. Chloe Maloney's been on loads of ball in this opening few minutes. Dangerous ball in as far as Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea brings it down. Can she turn? She's under pressure. Gets it back as far as Katrina Callan, and Callan straight over the bar, and that's Clare's 7th point. They now lead by 3 points, 7 points to Louth's 1-1, and they're getting a lot of chances and they're taking most of them.
Yeah, Chloe saw Niamh had called for it there inside the square, high ball in, well fielded by Niamh. She turned and then she found Katrina outside, so excellent score again. Very unselfish play, finding the person in the best position to get their scores.
Louth now possibly might be making a change. They're looking at bringing in Ginny McCourt from Roach Emmets, and she's wearing number 29, so Ginny McCourt comes in after just checking the time, almost 13 minutes, so it's an early change there from Louth in their attack, and the referee is looking at his watch, blows the whistle, and he says to Rebecca Lamb Fagan to take the kick out, and that's exactly what Louth do. So the Louth player who's come off is number 13, Kate Flood, and in fact it's is it Ciara Woods, but she must be injured. She looks very disappointed, I'd imagine, and she's wearing number 13. Kate Flood She must be injured.
No, she's actually wearing number 11. That was their logo at the front. Yeah, so she must be injured.
Also,
yeah.
it's Ciara Woods wearing 11 who's come off. So that's disappointing for Ciara Woods for her day to end that early. Siofra Cullen is foul, wins the free, takes it quickly, a bit too quickly, and there was a clash there, and the referee is absolutely 100% correct, Kieran Groom, to hold up the play there for a second. The Louth player clashed there with Niamh O'D, and we can hear her up here, and Marie, she got a bit of a bang, and hopefully she's maybe just winded or something, and she'll be okay.
I'd say she's either winded or else it's a dead leg. She clashed there with Niamh O'D. It was a fair tackle, so nothing sinister in it. Hopefully she'll be okay. It looks like it's Shannon McLaughlin wearing number 6 that's down, but hopefully she'll be okay and be able to play on.
She's actually started well for Louth as well, so hopefully she's okay, because she's definitely making a very positive impact on this game, and would be a massive loss to Louth if she had to go off. But as I said, Emery, I think it might be a dead leg, so hopefully she'll be able to run it off. It's easier said than done, but it's maybe, if it is a dead leg, it's maybe at half time if she sits down, that maybe it could seize up a small bit. But the physio definitely doing everything that she can there to make sure that the Louth player is okay. And I mean, Clare 3 points ahead, so they'll be very happy, I suppose, with the breadth of their forward play. But it has to be said, Anne-Marie, that Niamh O'D has been involved in most of their attacks so far.
And she's coming deep, to win possession. She's excellent kicker of the ball and really good vision on the ball, so she's coming deep for the. I know she was inside the square for the last score, but she's flying around the field. Very fit player. That was actually Ciara Nolan that was down. Apologies, I thought it was Shannon, but she's up onto her feet again and she seems to be okay.
Well, thankfully she's okay. Laurie right now bursting forward, pops it as far as Chloe Maloney in the half forward line from Kimmeray Bricken, wearing number 12. Solas a couple of times. The wing back Aoife Russell is trying to put a bit of pressure. Good diagonal ball as far as Fidelma Marnin. Fidelma has it again. A couple of Louth players trying to close in. Back to Katrina Canlon. Fidelma holds on to it, recycles possession, and Clare now showing a bit of patience. Amy Sexton pops it as far as Tara Kelly, wearing 3, playing at full back, joining the attack. Chloe Maloney has it now, will be trying to get it onto her left foot maybe if she's going to have the shot. Solas a couple of times under good pressure there from the left half back Aoife Russell, but Clare doing well. Louth might have to just push out a small bit. Chloe Maloney, good vision, switches to play to the far side, and is it
Grania Nolan? Grania Harvey. Apologies.
Grania Harvey wearing 4. So the Clare seem to have a policy of everyone goes forward, everyone supports the play, and that of course makes it very hard for Louth to break up the attack when there's always somebody off the shoulder. Niamh O'D now takes a return from Grania Harvey, shoots from a very acute angle, and it goes a couple of feet wide. Louth will be, I suppose, mindful that they can't sit off Clare completely either, because if they do, they'll just pass it around and try to wait for a gap to open it.
Yeah, they seem to be going across the field, really good diagonal balls. Louth are working hard. They're trying to dispossess, but the kick out has gone straight. Amy Sexton again working hard to win that ball. Amy
Sexton did very well that time. She's under pressure there from the centre back Shannon McLaughlin. Niamh O'D used the fist as far as Grania Harvey on the far side of the field. She takes the shot, but that goes well wide. So a couple of wides in succession there from Clare, who lead by 7 points to Louth's 1 goal and 1. 17 minutes gone, 13 to half time. A reminder, both teams already through in this TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate Championship game. Second game for each county in this 3-team group. The other team county in this group is down, and they've been relegated to junior for next year. Roisin Constantine switches to play. Nice ball as far as Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan now sucks in a couple of Louth players, goes to ground. Late tackle, I thought, but the referee, in fairness, is a lot closer than we are, and he feels, Anne-Marie, that Laurie ran into the Louth player. And I suppose if you're from Louth, you'll agree. If you're not, you won't.
Yeah, that rule has been kind of controversial all year. Is a person barging or is a person standing their ground? And so it's been a tricky one. Some refs call it and some refs don't, but on this occasion it's gone against Clare. And Shannon McLaughlin decided to go back to her goalkeeper Rebecca Fagan, and she'll be looking for help coming out.
So Rebecca Lamb-Fagan is coming out with the ball from the St. Patrick's Club now. She needs somebody to make a bit of a run for her. One of her teammates did. There's a goal on here from Fidelma Marnan, and it's in the back of the net. And well, a mix-up from a Louth point of view coming out. Just the pass went astray. Clare nipped in, and Fidelma Marnan with a really good finish off her right.
Yeah, excellently dispossessed there by Lizzie Roach. Got the hand in, got the tackle in, and Fidelma did what we saw yesterday in the men's game between Mayo and Kildare. Lobbed the keeper when she was off her line, so excellent score.
Louth will just definitely be trying to be a bit more definite when they're coming out with the ball. They just got caught on that occasion, and Fidelma Marnan just took full advantage of that. Louth now know that they've got to try and make something happen here fairly quick. Their corner forward, Kate Flood, is fouled inside. Definitely a free and an opportunity here now for Louth to reduce what is now a 6-point gap down to maybe 5. And this free is going to be taken by Laura Collins from Newtown Blues. So Laura Collins just inside the D here in Keswick Park in Ennis. So Laura Collins steadies herself, seems to get a good connection to that. The two umpires nod at each other, the white flag is waved, and it's Louth's 2nd point. Clare 1-7, Louth 1 goal and 2 points. So Michaela Glenn from Kilmahill takes the kick out. 2 Louth players converge, win it back. Hannah O'Neill bursts forward, she recycles as far as Jenny McCourt. Jenny McCourt gets it forward as far as Aoife Halligan. Halligan does well, back to McCourt, great support run from McCourt, and gets the shot in, and I'm not sure did Michaela didn't get a hand to that, but it was very close to the crossbar, Anne-Marie, and 2 successful points from Louth and a great response to conceding the goal. Yeah,
it's how you react to these scores. You know, as a good score from Louth, Michaela seemed to have got the hand to it. It could have dipped under the crossbar, but she seemed to have it covered. Great score from Louth, but she's after finding Laurie Ryan from the kick out, who's found Ashton Reedy. Fidelma seems to have moved out onto the wing, and Chloe's gone into the corner.
Fidelma Marnan has now, she's put over 1-2. Chloe Maloney, first time ball in as far as Nivo D. Nivo D looks for the runner, great run. Amy Sexton shot, hits the post, and comes out, and that really was a great opportunity of a goal for Amy Sexton from Kimmeria Brickin. It was a superb move, and unlucky from her point of view to hit the post. Louth still have a bit of defending to do because Clare have won it back. Roisin Considine gives it back to Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan gives it back as far as Tara Kelly. Tara Kelly inside the Louth 65 here in Keswick Park. She needs a support runner, and she finds it. It's a great run there from Siofra Ní Chonaill. Siofra Ní Chonaill gets it forward, but it was a loose pass forward. The Louth player did very, very well. Roisin Kavanagh to intercept. Louth get the free, take it quickly, and come forward now with Hannah O'Neill. Louth under pressure, and a foul there on Aoife Russell from Glenn Emmets, and the free is taken quickly by Hannah O'Neill. The referee says take it again, and Louth now will be very keen to try and come out with this ball and create another attack. Rebecca Card gets it in field. As far as the midfielder Roisin Kavanagh breaking forward, it's a good run from Kavanagh. Louth now punching a few holes in the Clare defence, but yet again Tara Kelly intervenes. Excellent football from Tara Kelly, showing great reading the play really, really well, and then holding off a couple of tackles, popped it away, and Clare launched, or at least tried to launch another attack. The referee says there wasn't a foul there. Lizzie Roach is looking for the free. Great ball forward now. If the Louth inside player wins this, there's definitely a goal on. Michaela Glenn goes down on the ball. 2 or 3 players around. Really good defending there from Ellie O'Gorman eventually to get it away, and Anne-Marie, Clare were lucky enough there not to concede some kind of a score.
Yeah, Lisa Roach seemed to have been fouled out the field. The ref didn't feel it was a free. Ball went in over the top. Good work from Ellie O'Gorman, Michaela Glenn and Tara to clear it, and that will do their conference a world of good. Orla Davis, after finding Nivo D in space now, she's going to be looking for someone off the shoulder.
Nivo D still has it. Gets the hand pass forward as far as Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma shoulders 2 or 3 times. She's up against a couple of Louth defenders. plays a 1-2 with Grania Harvey. Back in field to Lizzie Roach from Burn Gales up in North Clare. Lizzie pops it off as far as Orla Devitt. Devitt gets it forward as far as Christina Canlon. Good sustained football here from Clare. The Louth management looking for a free. A Louth player did go to the ground. Not 100% sure was it a free or what the story was. The referee eventually says that Clare's Aisling Reedy has been fouled just outside the D, and this should suit. Well, I was going to say it should suit Nivo D, but it's not Nivo D that's going to take it. It should suit definitely a left-footed kicker, and Chloe Maloney is a left-footed kicker as well, of course. So Chloe Maloney comes out, and so does the ball. Clare have 1-7 on the board to Louth's 1-3. Chloe Maloney now will be hoping that this will be Clare's 8th point. No doubt whatsoever about it. Steers it straight over the bar, and Clare lead by 5. 1-8 to Louth's. 1 goal and 3 points. So their goalkeeper Rebecca Lamb Fagan takes the kick out quite short as far as Emer Murray did very well to hold on to that. Went for the return as well. Needs somebody to run off the shoulder, which is exactly what Louth do. Louth now trying to come up the field in numbers, but that pass is unlikely to work out, and Laurie Ryan intervened, and was quite confident that it went off a Louth player. There's a bit of a dispute going on as to whose line ball it is, and I think it might have gone off the Louth player, Anne-Marie, but I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not down the line.
Yeah, it was hard to call it. Laurie was very close to Hannah O'Neill, so I'm not sure who it came off of. Louth are in possession now. They're going to work it across, and they have Shannon McLaughlin in possession, and she's after finding Aoife Russell. Aoife
Russell now still has it, taking on Lizzie Roach. Russell spreads it to the far side of the field. Louth showing a nice bit of patience. Right half back Ciara Nolan bursts forward as far as the substitute Jenny McCourt. McCourt, surrounded by a few players, does well to get it back to Aoife Russell. The Louth corner forward Laura Collins has it now and transfers it to Shannon McLaughlin. Shannon McLaughlin to Hannah O'Neill. O'Neill goes to ground, free in, just on the outside of the D. So reasonable opportunity now for Louth and for their number 15 Laura Collins from Newtown Blues in County Louth to put over their 4th point. It's a swirling breeze. She'll be kicking largely into this breeze, but should kick this over. Takes a couple of steps inside the D, gets behind it well, straight over the bar. Louth's 4th point. Clare have 1-8, Louth have 1-4. It's a 4-point game, and just 4 minutes to half time. And Anne-Marie, very competitive game with both teams having different spells of dominance. Yeah,
very competitive. Louth aren't panicking at all, even though they're the couple of points down. They're still working into positions. I know Clare are working into scores. I know Clare had a few goal scoring opportunities, but they won't panic either. We have Emer Byrne in possession now, and she's after finding her teammate out the field. They're actually after going all the way back there to Ciara Nolan. With possession, they're not panicking on the ball at all.
Ciara Nolan gets it back as far as Shannon McLaughlin. And she transfers it back to Hannah O'Neill. Louth now just making sure that they don't make any rash decisions on the ball. The centre back has it again now, Shannon McLaughlin from Clonagale. Switches the play to the far side of the field as far as the Louth midfielder Aoife Halligan. Halligan up against Laurie Ryan, transfers it in field as far as Kate Flood. Flood holding onto the ball but being driven back. Spots a teammate all on her own, and the teammate is Ciara Nolan. Ciara Nolan does well, bounces, hops it back as far as her half-back partner, who kicks that ball across the goal mouth, but unfortunately for Shannon McLaughlin it goes wide. There was a good link-up play for Louth, but the finish just wasn't there at the end, Emery.
Yeah, no, it was good work. I think Shannon was unlucky in the end with just tail across. Again, that strong wind has a big factor, because even there Michaela has decided to go short against it. So we have Laurie on the ball now, and she's after finding Fidelma. Again, Fidelma's coming deep looking for possession.
Fidelma Martin now does really well to hold on to that ball up against Ciara Nolan. Pops it as far as Rogues. Orla Devitt. Clare now attacking nicely. Support player on Aisling Reedy's shoulder is Laurie Ryan, but Aisling Reedy is going herself, and why not? Well, I was going to say with a great score like that, but it just dropped short, and very well dealt with there by Rebecca Lamb Fagan. And Louth now switching the play to this side of the field, the stand side of the field here in Keswick Park in Ennis, and Louth now have possession. Aoife Russell switches the play, but not a good switching of the play. It was well cut out there by Groney Harvey from West Clare Gales. Clare left cornerback finds Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea out from goal now. This time looks up, spots a run from Katrina Canalan, but the kick is just overcooked, I suppose, a small bit, Anne-Marie. It was a good idea, but just a small bit too much on the pass.
Yeah, it was a good idea. Katrina Canalan had just gone in behind her player. Again, the wind just brought it a little bit. Normally those passes would be perfect, but no, it was a good idea. Again, Louth have gone short in the kick out, and they found Holly Lamb.
And the centre back now, Shannon McLaughlin, switches the play to the far side where Aoife Murray has it. She's up against Clare's Amy Sexton. Clare doing their best to defend from the front. The ball eventually ends up back with the goalkeeper. Plays a 1-2 with Shannon McLaughlin, and Louth eventually get beyond the first tackle, and they're on their way out and trying to launch maybe a late attack as we approach injury time. And the right half back, Ciara Nolan's been involved in the play a lot. She gives it as far as Aoife Russell. Aoife Russell to the full forward, Emer Byrne. She's well out from the full forward line, but doing well there to get past a couple of tackles. Louth recycling, and they're just waiting probably for the opportunity to give, I suppose, to give the right ball in terms of maybe to somebody inside, or looking for the support runner off the shoulder. Louth still have it, the two midfielders linking up. Roisin Kavanagh is in. Can she get the shot in? Blocked. She's blocked down. It was a great block down there by Tara Kelly, and Clare emerged with possession. There was a really good sustained period of possession from Louth, and Roisin Kavanagh, it looked very dangerous from a Clare point of view there for a few seconds, Anne-Marie, and Louth looked as if they were in on goal. Yeah, it did. Again, it was a well blocked down by Tara Kelly, working really, really hard today. If they had spotted earlier, Emer Byrne had actually gone in over the top, but Louth didn't spot her free, so it was a let off for Clare. Again, Louth are coming in droves again, and they have number 10, Hannah O'Neill, in possession. Louth now have finished the second half really, really strongly, but just to, I suppose, make sure that they get something for it. This will be a great score, and it just goes wide. It was a really good effort from Laura Collins, and they've had really good possession, really good periods of play, but just the last couple of attacks, unfortunately for Louth, have finished in wide summary. Yeah, they're pressing up on the Clare defence, working really, really hard. So they're still very much in it. They're contesting the kick out here. It seems to Roisin. Looks like it's a free, but he seems to have given it to Rebecca Carr. Rebecca's looking for a full forward. Well read by Siofra Connell. Great, really well read there by Siofra Connell, and she wins the loose ball, gets it back in as far as Tara Kelly. Tara Kelly gives it to Michaela Glenn. Michaela Glenn now gives it back to Tara Kelly, and Tara Kelly finds teammate Orla Devitt on the far side of the field. Back to Ellie O'Gorman. Ellie O'Gorman bounces, holds on to possession well. Lovely ball forward. It's a perfectly weighted ball as far as Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan bursting forward now. Can she get the shot in? She certainly can get the shot in, but the goalkeeper, well, was saying it was wide. Goalkeepers always say everything is wide, Anne-Marie, but the umpire agreed, and the referee has called for half time. So just before we take a break for half time, Anne-Marie, Clare 4 points ahead. We'll be quite happy with that, but Louth will also be very happy with lots of elements of their play. Yeah, actually, I'd say Clare will be reasonably happy. However, they have missed quite a little bit in front of goals. They missed 2 goal scoring opportunities and some wides, but they are pressing up on Louth. Again, Louth haven't thrown the towel in. There's still only the 4 points in it, and they've missed a couple of opportunities as well. So it's kind of end-to-end stuff. Again, both teams will be looking forward to the break there at half-time. They'll regroup. I know that we'll see some substitutions on both sides, because it is quite a running game, very, very fast, high intensity, and the work rate is excellent for both teams. Thanks, Anne-Marie, and we'll talk to you again in a few minutes when the second half starts. So just a reminder here of the score from Keswick Park in Ennis in the TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. Clare leading by 4 points at half time. Clare 1-8, Louth 1-4. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second half from Keswick Park in Ennis. Mounting another attack, good support run, great support run from The midfielder can inside forward get the shot in on goal. Great opportunity of a goal, and it's very beautiful ball to Fidelma Marnin. Fidelma Marnin now in on goal, going past the 21, getting past the defender from Louth on her left foot. Good shot, but a really good save there by Maloney. Pops it forward as far as Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea taking on the fullback Sarah Quinn. It's a lovely ball inside, goal on, great shot straight over the bar, and that's a very, very good Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney gets it forward, and Laurie Ryan now makes a run, pops it as far as Fidelma Marnin off her left foot, straight over the bar. Glynn now from Kilmahill is on the ball. She's looking for somebody to make a run, or it's not Michaela Glynn, of course, it's the Louth goalkeeper Rebecca Lamb-Fagan. And Louth now trying to burst clear with Aoife Russell. Aoife Russell on the far side of the field switches the play, should be cut out, but well won there by Emer Byrne, the roving full forward from St. Moctus. Byrne pops it off as far as the right, the wing forward who's making a support run. Good football from Louth. The shot from the Louth number 12 Rebecca Carr straight over the bar, and we've been praising one or two of Clare's scores, Anna Marie. Louth's attacking play has been very impressive so far as well.
Yeah, that was an excellent for full forward there, Emer Byrne. She came out to the 45, won that ball. She seems to be playing a little bit deeper than the full forward line. Excellent score. Michaela's after finding Chloe Maloney for a kick out.
Chloe Maloney did very well to win that ball from Kimmeria Bricken under pressure from two players. Gets it forward as far as O'Dea. O'Dea pops it in field, and Roisin Considine now makes a really good run forward from midfield, pops it over the bar. And again, a really Louth a couple of seconds ago, a super point. Clare respond immediately, and it's level here in Keesley Park in Ennis in the TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. Louth 1-1, Clare 4 points, and really good to see Roisin Considine back popping over a point like that.
Excellent, a very experienced player. She's been around a long time. She's flying, always really, really fit. That was excellent play from Clare. Really good footwork. The passing has been excellent so far.
Louth were under a bit of pressure now trying to come out with that ball, but did well. The Clare forwards were putting a bit of pressure on, but Louth did come out, but Clare have won it back around the middle third. Aisling Reedy now bursts forward, good football from Reedy, gives it to Marnin. Marnin bounces it once on her right, this time straight over the bar, and when Fidelma is in that kind of form, and Marie, she's as good as what's around.
Yes, she has a unique two different football boots, so she's hard to miss there, but yeah, excellent score.
Lovely bounce, changes direction, pops it forward as far as Laurie Ryan. Laurie Ryan finds Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy with the fist across goal. Fidelma Marnin missed Katrina Callan. She did very well. Gets it back as far as Chloe Maloney. Maloney up as far as Amy Sexton, wearing 10 from Kimmeria Bricken. Sexton is in, left foot, and that's a really, really good point. Dangerous ball in as far as Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea brings it down. Can she turn? She's under pressure. Gets it back as far as Katrina Callan, and Callan straight over the bar, and that's St. Patrick's Club. Now she needs somebody to make a bit of a run for her. One of her teammates did. There's a goal on here from Fidelma Marnin, and it's in the Collins steadies herself, seems to get a good connection to that. The two umpires nod at each other, the white flag is waved, and it's Louth's second forward as far as Aoife Halligan. Halligan does well, back to McCourt, great support run from McCourt, and gets the shot in. And I'm not sure 1-2. Chloe Maloney, first time ball in as far as Niamh O'Dea. Niamh O'Dea looks for the runner, great run. Amy Sexton shot, it's the post, and the ball. Clare have 1-7 on the board to Louth's 1-3. Chloe Maloney now will be hoping that this will be Clare's 8th point. No doubt what she'll be kicking largely into this breeze, but should kick this over. Takes a couple of steps inside the D, gets behind it well, straight over the bar. 1-4. It's a 4-point game, and just 4 minutes to half time. And Anne-Marie, very competitive game with both teams having different spells of dominance. Yeah,
very competitive. Louth aren't panicking at all, even though they're the couple of points down. They're still working into positions. I know Clare are working into scores. I know Clare had a few goal scoring opportunities, but they won't panic either. We have Emer Byrne in possession now, and she's after finding her teammate out the field. They're actually after going all the way back there to Sierra Nolan. With possession, they're not panicking on the ball at all.
Ciara Nolan gets it back as far as Shannon McLaughlin. And she transfers it back to Hannah O'Neill. Louth now just making sure that they don't make any rash decisions on the ball. The centre back has it again now, Shannon McLaughlin from Clonagale. switches the play to the far side of the field as far as the Louth midfielder Aoife Halligan. Halligan up against Laurie Ryan, transfers it infield as far as Kate Flood. Flood holding onto the ball but being driven back. Spots a teammate all on her own, and the teammate is Ciara Nolan. Ciara Nolan does well, bounces, hops it back as far as her half-back partner, who kicks that ball across the goal mouth, but unfortunately for Shannon McLaughlin it goes wide. There was a good link-up play for Louth, but the finish just wasn't there at the end, Emery.
Yeah, no, it was good work. I think Shannon was unlucky in the end with just tail across. Again, that strong wind has a big factor, because even there Michaela has decided to go short against it. So we have Laurie on the ball now, and she's after finding Fidelma. Again, Fidelma's coming deep looking for possession.
Fidelma Martin now does really well to hold on to that ball up against Ciara Nolan. Pops it as far as Rogues. Orla Devitt. Clare now attacking nicely. Support player on Aisling Reedy's shoulder is Laurie Ryan, but Aisling Reedy is going herself, and why not? Well, I was going to say with a great score like that, but it just dropped short, and very well dealt with there by Rebecca Lamb-Fagan. And Louth now switching the play to this side of the field, the stand side of the field here in Keswick Park in Ennis, and Louth now have possession. Aoife Russell switches to play, but not a good switching of the play. It was well cut out there by Grone Harvey from West Clare Gaels. Clare left cornerback finds Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea out from goal now this time, looks up, spots a run from Katrina Canalan, but the kick is just overcooked, I suppose, a small bit, Anne-Marie. It was a good idea, but just a small bit too much on the pass.
Yeah, it was a good idea. Katrina Canalan had just gone in behind her player. Again, the wind just brought her a little bit. Normally those passes would be perfect, but no, it was a good idea. Again, Louth have gone short in the kick out, and they found Holly Lamb.
And the centre back now, Shannon McLaughlin, switches the play to the far side where Aoife Murray has it. She's up against Clare's Amy Sexton. Clare doing their best to defend from the front. The ball eventually ends up back with the goalkeeper. Plays a 1-2 with Shannon McLaughlin, and Louth eventually get beyond the first tackle, and they're on their way out, and trying to launch maybe a late attack as we approach injury time. And the right half back Ciara Nolan's been involved in the play a lot. She gives it as far as Aoife Russell. Aoife Russell to the full forward Emer Byrne. She's well out from the full forward line, but doing well there to get past a couple of tackles. Louth recycling, and they're just waiting probably for the opportunity to give I suppose to give the right ball in terms of maybe to somebody inside, or looking for the support runner off the shoulder. Louth still have it, the two midfielders linking up. Roisin Kavanagh is in. Can she get the shot in? Blocked. She's blocked down. It was a great block down there by Tara Kelly, and Clare emerged with possession. There was a really good sustained period of possession from Louth, and Roisin Kavanagh, it looked very dangerous from a Clare point of view there for a few seconds, Anne-Marie, and Louth looked as if they were in on goal. Yeah, it did. Again, it was a well blocked down by Tara Kelly, working really, really hard today. If they had spotted earlier, Emer Byrne had actually gone in over the top, but Louth didn't spot her free, so it was a let off for Clare. Again, Louth are coming in droves again, and they have number 10 Hannah O'Neill in possession. Louth now have finished the second half really, really strongly, but just to, I suppose, make sure that they get something for it. This will be a great score, and it just goes wide. It was a really good effort from Laura Collins, and they've had really good possession, really good periods of play, but just the last couple of attacks, unfortunately for Louth, have finished in wide summary. Yeah, they're pressing up on the Clare defence, working really, really hard. So they're still very much in it. They're contesting the kick out here. Seems to Roisin. Looks like it's a free, but he seems to have given it to Rebecca Carr. Rebecca's looking for a full forward. Well read by Siofra Niconnell. Great, really well read there by Siofra Niconnell, and she wins the loose ball, gets it back in as far as Tara Kelly. Tara Kelly gives it to Michaela Glenn. Michaela Glenn now gives it back to Tara Kelly, and Tara Kelly finds teammate Orla Devitt on the far side of the field. Back to Ellie O'Gorman. Ellie O'Gorman bounces, holds on to possession well. Lovely ball forward. It's a perfectly weighted ball as far as Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan bursting forward now. Can she get the shot in? She certainly can get the shot in, but the goalkeeper, well, was saying it was wide. Goalkeepers always say everything is wide, Anne-Marie, but the umpire agreed, and the referee has called for half time. So just before we take a break for half time, Anne-Marie, Clare 4 points ahead. We'll be quite happy with that, but Louth will also be very happy with lots of mounting another attack. Good support run, great support run from the midfielder. Can the inside forward get the shot in on goal? Great opportunity of a goal, and it's very beautiful ball to Fidelma Martin. Fidelma Martin now in on goal, going past the 21, getting past the defender from Louth on her left foot. Good shot, but a really good save there by Maloney. Pops it forward as far as Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea taking on the fullback Sarah Quinn. It's a lovely ball inside, goal on, great shot straight over the bar, and that's a very, very good Chloe Maloney gets it forward, and Laurie Ryan now makes a run, pops it as far as Fidelma Martin off her left foot, straight over the bar. Glynn now from Kilmahill is on the ball. She's looking for somebody to make a run, it's not Michaela Glynn, of course, it's the Louth goalkeeper Rebecca Lamb-Fagan. And Louth now trying to burst clear with Aoife Russell. Aoife Russell on the far side of the field, switches the play, should be cut out, but well won there by Emer Byrne, the roving full forward from St. Moctas. Byrne pops it off as far as the wing forward who's making a support run. Good football from Louth. The shot from the Louth number 12 Rebecca Carr, straight over the bar, and we've been praising one or two of Clare's scores, Anne-Marie. Louth's attacking play has been very impressive so far as well.
Yeah, that was an excellent full forward there, Emer Byrne. She came out to the 45, won that ball. She seems to be playing a little bit deeper than the full forward line. Excellent score. Michaela's after finding Chloe Maloney for a kick out.
Chloe Maloney did very well to win that ball from Kimmeria Bricken under pressure from two players. Gets it forward as far as O'Dea. O'Dea pops it in field, and Roisin Considine now makes a really good run forward from midfield, pops it over the bar. And again, a really Louth a couple of seconds ago, a super point. Clare respond immediately, and it's level here in Keswick Park in Ennis in the TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship. Louth 1-1, Clare 4 points, and really good to see Roisin Considine back popping over a point like that.
Excellent, very experienced player. She's been around a long time. She's flying it, always really, really fit. That was excellent play from Clare. Really good footwork. The passing has been excellent so far.
Louth were under a bit of pressure now trying to come out with that ball, but did well to clear forward. And you're welcome back to Keswick Park. Second half nearly, well, very much due to get underway in a minute or two between Clare, the home county, and Louth. Reminder of the half-time score: Clare leading Louth by 1-8 to 1-4. My name is Peter O'Connell. I'm joined again by Anne-Marie Canlon on analysis, former Clare footballer. And Anne-Marie, we're just looking at the 2022 TG4 All-Ireland Intermediate quarter-final lineup as things stand at the moment. So if Clare win this game, they'll be playing Roscommon, and Louth will be playing Longford. And the other two quarter-final draws, as of now, Wexford playing Tyrone and Laois versus Wicklow. So of course, the next half hour will tell a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, an interesting lineups if it stays that way. Wexford and Tyrone will probably be favourites there. Clare and Roscommon, they would have met in the Connacht Championship earlier on this year. It was a great opportunity for Clare to play in Connacht. They got 3 games there, they got 3 wins. Evan Talty and his management were able to utilise players and change players and see new players, and then Laois and Wicklow would be another good game. So as it stands, if it stays the way it is, there are some excellent pairings and some really good quarterfinals in store.
So the referee Kieran Groom, he's ready to go in the middle of the field. We mentioned a couple of times in the first half about the breeze. Clare had that breeze in the first half. Now it is slightly swirling, so even though it's a reasonably strong breeze, it's not directly blowing in one particular direction, but there's no doubt about it, but that Louth will have the aid of that breeze in the second half, Anne-Marie, and it's bound to be worth a couple of points.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to try and get take on the first few scores here now in the second half and bring the gap closer. Just one change there in the Clare team. Lizzie Roach is after being replaced, and Gráinne Nolan has come in. A few positional switches as well. Niamh O'Dea seems to be gone to midfield for Chloe Maloney. Whether that's just for the throwing or not, now we just have to wait and see. Louth are in possession here, and they're looking for support, and they have found Rebecca Carr.
Emer Byrne popped it up to Rebecca Carr back as far as the corner forward, and what a superb point from Kate Flood from St. Patrick's after 18 seconds. And Anne-Marie, that really does prove that breeze is significant.
Oh, absolutely, and we've seen Kate do it time and time again for her club and her county. Excellent score there. Again, she'll settle them. Just gives it a 3-point game. Michaela has gone long, and she was looking for Ashton Reedy, but Roisin Kavanagh seems to be in possession now, and she's looking for support.
Good football there from Roisin Kavanagh, getting it forward as far as Ginny McCourt. Ginny McCourt shows a good bit of patience and persistence to hold on to it. She finds Hannah O'Neill. O'Neill finds the right half back, Ciara Nolan. Louth have started this second half very well. It's still very, very early, just a minute gone, but that point from Kate Flood was a huge tonic to Louth, and now it's going to be a free in on the far side of the field. Definitely a free in to Louth. There was good football there, good persistence from Shannon McLaughlin on the far side of the field, and if this goes over, Anne-Marie, it's down to a 2-point game. Louth will be really encouraged by all this, and Clare will know that they've got to settle a bit and start winning kickouts. Yeah,
Louth busting forward at pace there, making some really good runs. Ball seemed to have been dropped short, so Michaela Glynn has dealt with it. She has a good save, and looks like it's a free out because Siobhan O'Connell was fouled there. A let off from Clare, from Louth.
Good play there from Orla Devitt to hold on to that. That was an opportunity for Louth to get that second point of the second half, but Clare managed to survive, and now Tara Kelly has it. Tara Kelly pops it as far as Roisin Consign. Roisin Consign bursting up the left wing, 2 Louth players around her. She pops it inside as far as Aisling Reedy. Aisling looking for a runner on the outside. She has Orla Devitt on the outside, but opts to give it to Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea now injecting real energy into this particular Clare attack, wearing 27, used her left foot on this occasion. Beautiful ball, switching it to the far side of the field as far as Amy Sexton. She finds Katrina Canlon. Katrina Canlon recycles to as far as the Clare centre back. The banner is Laurie Ryan. Back to O'Dea. O'Dea switches the play to Gráinne Harvey from West Clare Gales. Harvey used her left hand to find Laurie Ryan. Ryan pops it inside to Chloe Maloney. Maloney back as far as Fidelma Marnin. She gets the space to get the shot in, but it drops short, and it's dealt with capably, confidently by Rebecca Lamb-Fagan. And Louth now are trying to burst out with Roisin Kavanagh. Louth have it still. Emer Murray pops it to the runner. It's good football from Louth, wearing red all the way down from Leinster. Lovely switch ball there from Emer Byrne. In front of the corner forward, Laura Collins. Collins now taking on Ellie O'Gorman. Gets the shot in, and it's dealt with and deflected around the post for a 45 by Clare goalkeeper Michaela Glynn. Good football from Louth. They'll be just a bit disappointed they didn't get to finish.
What a ball in from Emer Byrne, diagonal left-footed pass. She found Laura Collins unlucky, but good save again from Michaela. She took the right option to deflect it out, just in case it was going to go under the bar. Again, good pressure from the Clare defence, but Louth are pushing forward, and they're trying to tag on a few scores with that wind.
It's a 3-point game, and Louth will be very keen now to build something from this attack, but it doesn't work out on this occasion. And excellent defending there from Clare wing forward Amy Sexton from Kimmeria Bricken. And when a management team sees a forward winning a hard ball like that, Anne-Marie, it just encourages everyone.
Yeah, that 45 was taken quick, but Amy was alert to it, and she won back possession. Really, really hard worker, as we said in the first half. This is Gráinne Nolan's first touch, and she's after finding her captain Orla Devitt on the wing. Orla will be looking for support, and she's found Tara Kelly. Tara
Kelly now racing forward, crossing the halfway line. Good ball forward, really good ball forward as far as Laurie Ryan on the right hand side. Ryan kicks the ball in field, not the greatest pass, but it was well won back by Chloe Maloney. Maloney switches the play as far as Roisin Consign, but the ball bounces over Roisin Consign. The referee, however, rightly calls a halt to the play at the moment. There's a Louth player on the ground. The referee is speaking to the lineswoman on the far side of the field, and we'll just see, is the referee going to speak to anyone. The Louth physio is in there checking the welfare of the Louth player, and just in front of us here, Anne-Marie, it looks as if Eilish Hand from Geraldines is going to come in wearing number 2 for Louth. She didn't start.
Yeah, so I'd say she's going to feature now any minute. Hopefully that girl is okay. It looks like a head injury, so the ref rightly so has called it up. I think Clare are going to be in possession. I'd say it was just an accidental knock, but hopefully she'll be up onto her feet shortly. As we had mentioned, substitutes are going to be very important here today, and it looks like Ailish Hand is about to enter.
So it's a 3-point game. We've had 5.5 minutes of the second half, and Louth, in terms of possession, in terms of chances, have definitely made the better start to the second half, but they only have added 1 point. There was 4 points in at half time. Clare led by 1-8 to 1-4. Clare now just outside their own 45. They've got a chance to build here. Chloe Maloney gets it forward. Niamh O'Dea goes to ground. Clare thought it might be a free in. Aoife Russell has it, and Louth over carry. That was good defending high up the field there from Clare, and Chloe Maloney is going to take this one. Referee brings it in a bit further as well, so to make it a small bit easier. Still not that easy an opportunity. It's about 30 yards out, give or take, as Louth make that substitution. Eilish Hand comes in wearing number 2, so she's come into the Louth defence, and we'll just see who's coming off now in a second. So Chloe Maloney will be very, very keen to put this over the bar, and the Louth player who comes off is Holly Lamb. It drops short, dealt with extremely well inside by Emer Murray, but Louth spill it. Niamh O'Dea gets the shot in, goes to ground as she kicked it, but Louth pick up that high ball, and now they're coming out in numbers, and it's good football from Louth. Good support play as well. Midfielder Aoife Halligan pops it forward, and good support play there. Excellent support play from Ginny McCourt. McCourt gets it forward, but full forward Emer Byrne just, I'd say Anne-Marie took her eye off the ball for a second, was thinking ahead a small bit and lost possession.
Yeah, I think she was thinking of the next pass, but Tara got the hand in there again. Well read. Clare in possession now with Sheaffer O'Connell, and Sheaffer has found Roisin Conson. If she sees Gráinne Nolan on the right wing, she's made a good run. Chloe Maloney has just spotted that run actually, so well worked.
Nice ball from Chloe Maloney off her right foot. Good first time ball to Katrina Canavan. Canavan goes to ground. Referee says she was pushed free in, and that's the type of ball that corner forward love to see. You love to see plenty of space in front of you, Anne-Marie, and first time ball in, and after that then you do your stuff. Yeah,
very good diagonal run there from Katrina Kellan. She started on the opposite side and came across, and she was pushed on the back, so again excellent work from Clare. Chloe is looking like she's opting to go short, and she has found Niamh O'Dea on the top of the D.
And O'Dea gets the shot in, but didn't really get behind that as she wanted, and it's dealt with nicely by Louth. Roisin Kavanagh, far side of the field, 2 Clare players putting a bit of pressure on Clare, making it difficult for Louth to come out. Foul eventually committed, but it's definitely a fairly clear tactic to defend high up the field, and obviously it's what every coaching and management team would like their team to do: defend as far away from goal as possible. A bit of defending now for Louth to do, as Clare have it with Roisin Considine. Considine loses possession, but it spills as far as Fidelma Marnan. Marnan with the blue and the white boot. She's fouled. It's free in. The free given away there by Aoife Halligan, and this free is going to be taken up just outside the 21-yard line. It'll definitely suit a right-footed kicker, so I'd imagine that Fidelma is going to have a crack at this. And she scored a goal in the first half, put over a couple of points as well, one off each foot, so she's concentrating on this one now, and but she's opted to go short to Ellie O'Gorman to try and create a better angle. She's breaking in now, gives it as far as Katrina Canavan, and back to Ellie O'Gorman. Gráinne Nolan has it. Nolan switches to play as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney now turns back to try and get on her left. Could be a good ball as far as Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea does brilliantly to hold on to that under enormous pressure, but the breeze was a big factor there, but it dropped short for Roisin Considine. Considine got on the end of it, but it went wide, and without making excuses, Anne-Marie, for anyone down there, it is difficult enough to kick into that wind.
Yeah, it is, and I think maybe Roisin didn't realise how close she was to that right upright. Again, patient play from Clare. Fidelma opted to go short there for that free kick. The referee is just having a quick word with Chloe Maloney there. It seems as though she has been given... Oh no, she's okay. No, she's okay. I just thought she was running towards the sideline there. Louth have opted to go short again for the kick out, and Ciara Nolan's on the ball.
Well, whatever it is that Chloe was supposed to have done, she was quite adamant that she didn't do it. She was telling the referee just, you know, I suppose quite definitely that whatever it was, she didn't do it. And a little word as well with the lineswoman on the far side of the field. Tara Kelly wins that superbly in front of the Louth forward Emer Byrne, and Tara breaking forward now. She's had a great game at full back up to this point, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, very, very solid. A new position for her this year. Usually, sometimes she had been centre back, and then she started in the forwards in earlier years. Superb ball in there from Chloe Malone. She's found Niamh O'Dea. Niamh is going to be looking for help outside. Grania Harvey's playing very, very deep there, making really good runs, but Ellie O'Gorman's in possession now.
Ellie O'Gorman has it now, wearing 17, playing corner back, pops it off as far as Chloe Maloney, gives it back to Niamh O'Dea. O'Dea thought about the shot, gets it back as far as Fidelma Marnan. If Fidelma gets any chance at all of a shot, she won't think about it, she'll just have the shot, but popped it off really well on that occasion. Amy Sexton goes to ground, she's down, there's a Louth player down as well, and on that occasion Amy Sexton received the ball with two Louth players just too close to her, Anne-Marie, and one or two small things like that Clare need to be, I suppose, a bit tidier in terms of that kind of a pass. Yeah,
probably wasn't the right option there with two defenders. Again, that's easy for us to say from up here, but again, patient play. It's going to be a free in, as far as I know. Again, good work rate from Clare. They're pushing up on that Louth kick out. Louth are finding it difficult to get the ball down the field at the moment.
So the referee has the ball in his hand. The referee is from Offaly, Kieran Groom, who's going to throw it in. So Chloe Maloney is saying, I'll get in there for Clare. So the referee does throw it in. Chloe Maloney comes down with it and is fouled, takes it quickly. Is this going to work into O'Dea, back as far as Fidelma Marnan, and off her left foot, straight over the bar. And for a second there, I thought the free might have been taken too quickly, but what do I know?
No, excellent score there. Yeah, she opted to go quick, and that was the right option there. Good score from Clare. It just pushes them into a 4-point lead.
Clare's first score of the second half after 13 minutes. Louth now know that they've got to, if they're going to get right back into this game, need to do something, and they're attacking here now. Emer Byrne pops it as far as Rebecca Carr, left-footed pass. It was a nice little pass eventually, and it did find Kate Flood. Flood shoots from an angle. What a score! Absolutely superb score from Kate Flood.
Superb score against the wind. Looked like she was off balance when she kicked it. Didn't matter. Great score from Kate. Brings it down to a 3-point game once again. Michaela Glynn is looking for options from her kick out. Again, Louth are pressing, similar to what Clare did in the first half. Really good from Lucky, the bounce there. Just went past Aisling Reedy. So we have Louth in possession now with Roisin Kavanagh, and she has found Rebecca Carr.
Rebecca Carr has the shot, and sometimes when you have too much time for a shot, Anne-Marie, it can be worse than having not enough time, and I think Rebecca just might have had too much time that time.
Yeah, usually Rebecca pop it over from that angle, but as you said, she had a little bit of time on it. Quick kick out again from Clare. Michaela found Orla Devitt. Orla's given it back to Michaela, and Michaela has found Grania Harvey.
Grania Harvey now wearing 4 from West Clare Gales, back to Michaela Glynn from Kilmahil, also in West Clare, and she finds Schiffer Nicunnell from Dura Bearfield. Schiffer Nicunnell now bounces the ball up against a couple of players under a bit of pressure, did well to switch the play to the far side of the field as far as Orla Devitt. Orla Devitt now takes off. She's got Grania Nolan outside her. Nolan takes the pop, and Solo's right, gives it as far as Aisling Reedy. Aisling Reedy spilled it, goes into the tackle. Referee's playing advantage, gets it forward. The advantage is over, and Louth eventually win the free out. And Clare thought that it might have been, or that the advantage maybe didn't go on long enough. But Louth, from a defensive point of view, did very well on that occasion. Eilish Hand has it now. She gives it to her teammate, but that ball is, well, I was going to say it's cut out. 50-50 ball here between the Louth number 10 Hannah O'Neill and Laurie Ryan. Louth win it. They have it now with Ginny McCourt. Ginny McCourt gets it as far as Rebecca Carr. Rebecca Carr notes there's a lot of Louth players on the far side of the field, gets to the far side where Roisin Kavanagh bursts through. 3 Clare players around her. She gets past all 3. It's a good run from Kavanagh. Now does she have somebody off her shoulder? She does. Ginny McCourt. McCourt spills it only back into the path of Kavanagh. Kavanagh does well. She's fouled by Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan was tracking back. Everyone wants forwards to track back. Fidelma Marnan did that. Maybe to tackle, it was probably the tackle of a forward, Emery.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I know Fidelma Marnan has covered an awful lot of ground there. Louth are attacking in numbers. They're really putting pressure on the Clare half back line. They're working hard, much better I think than in the first half. They seem to have settled a good bit into the game. It looks like is it Kate Flood is lining up to take this one. It's not, in fact, it's actually Rebecca Carr off that left foot.
And it turns out it's a very, very soft goal. The ball dropped short and it was deflected in. Rebecca Carr's shot deflects into the back of the net. And the scoreline here in Kesey Park in Ennis and the TG4 Intermediate Ladies Football Championship, it's level. Louth 2-6, Clare 1-8, and another point for Louth. Clare got the kick out wrong there, and Kate Flood puts it over the bar. And Louth now lead by a point, 2-7 to Clare's 1-9. And Anne-Marie, this game has been transformed in the last 60 seconds. Yeah,
that dominant spell that we've been mentioning there since half time by Louth, it's been there. Scores are being capitalised on now. Good interception there from the kick out, and Kate Flood popped it over the bar. It looks like Louth are making another substitution now. Sarah Moore seems to have entered the fray. We're just waiting to see who's making way.
So Sarah Moore, wearing number 13, has come in, and she's replaced Hannah O'Neill from Newtown Blues. Sarah Moore is from the St. Fecken's club in Louth. So Clare now under pressure here. The kick out is won again by Louth. Louth's going through a spell of real dominance in the last few minutes. You can see that they're playing with great confidence, and they win the free there just inside the 45. So another opportunity for Louth to extend that lead. They're leading by 2-7, which, as we know, is 13 points to Clare's 1-9, which is 12. So a point in it. This free is going to be taken from the 45. It's dead straight in front of the Clare goal mouth. It's going to be taken by Laura Collins. So Laura Collins now takes a couple of yards, gets behind it fairly well. Well, more than fairly well. Really, really well. Straight over the bar, and it's now a 2-point lead for Louth, 2-8 to 1-9, and Clare about to make a substitution. Anne-Marie, Tina Blake from Dunbeg coming in for Katrina Canalan. Tina Blake, very good forward. At this stage, Clare know that they need to get a score fairly soon.
Yeah, an excellent game there from Katrina Cannon. Made some very unselfish runs, got on the scoreboard as well in the first half. She did really well. Again, you mentioned Clina loves to run. I'm sure she'll be brought out along the field, maybe to the half-forward line a little bit. It's how Clare react to this now, so Clare need to step up and get the next few scores, you know, so it will show their character. Michaela has found Shifra McConnell, Ashton Reid is in possession, and she'll be looking for help.
Great run from Aisling Reedy from Dura Bearfield, bursting through the middle of the field here in Kesey Park in Ennis. Tries to find an inside forward. The pass wasn't the greatest pass. It was a really good run. The pass didn't really match it. Granny Nolan just couldn't get to the ball before the ball reached the sideline. Louth win it back, and they're showing a nice bit of composure here. They're switching the play to the far side of the field, going from left to right. Well, the composure didn't last as long as Louth would have wished, and the breeze is actually strengthening here. That kick definitely just went badly astray. Clare now with an opportunity to build back, and Granny Harvey, she's fouled, goes to ground. It's a free in about 30 yards out roughly, and this definitely will suit a left-footed kicker. And Chloe Maloney is well, in fact, it's not Chloe Maloney, it's Philip Marnan on the far side, but she is asked Chloe, will she come over and take it?
Or she may go short, because there's quite a strong wind there.
And Fidelma eventually opts to kick it, so there seemed to be a small bit of indecision there, Anne-Marie, that Fidelma was calling Chloe, and Chloe was coming over, and then Fidelma said she'd kick it anyway, like, and it just didn't, you know, it didn't really work out too well.
Yeah, maybe in that occasion they might should have gone short, but again, it's easy for us to say that. But Clare seems to be making a substitution. It looks like Rebecca Doohan is entering the fray, and it seems to be Orla Devitt, I think, that's making way. So Orla apologies, it's actually Ellie O'Brien that's making way. So Ellie is just back from the hamstring injury. Great to see her getting game time. She was flying it there today. So Rebecca Doohan is a young player from Kimmeria Bricken, so no doubt she has been playing last year as well. So great to see her getting game time also. Louth have won their own kick out, and it's Shannon McLaughlin in possession. It's just starting to rain down here now.
Yeah, it's starting to rain, and it's been a really good game. It's turned into a really good battle. There's been periods of different spells of dominance from both sides, but at the moment, as we enter crucially the last 9 minutes, Louth are 2 points ahead. The ball was very close to the sideline, but it wasn't. It definitely hadn't crossed the sideline. Marie, with a great view from here, it was on the sideline, but hadn't actually gone across it.
Yeah, that's correct. So the linesman seems to be calling over the ref there just to explain that to him. I think though Granny was pushed. So it seems to be a clear free. Groin is going to be looking for someone in possession. Louth seems to have made another substitution. It looks like...
Can't quite see the number on the Louth player. In fact, it's the full forward Emer Byrne wearing 14 who has come off for Louth, and she's been replaced by number... We'll just see in a sec who she's replaced. In fact, she's replaced by Ruth Hannah wearing number 24. So Ruth Hannah in for Louth, and Ruth Hannah is from the St. Bride's Club in Louth. Definite foul there on Aisling Reedy just inside the Clare 45-yard line, and this free is going to be taken eventually by Chloe Maloney. Clare looking to make another substitution here, and they're going to bring in Sinead Considine wearing 9 from the scanner in North Clare. Chloe Maloney takes that free, takes it to the far side of the field as far as Grania Harvey. Grania Harvey gives it to, it eventually ends up with Fidelma Marnin. Fidelma Marnin now taking on Louth, gets the shot in. It's very dangerous, and Nivo D got her hands to it, but the Louth goalkeeper Rebecca Lamb-Fagan did very well. Made it look easier, Anne-Marie, than I think it was. It was probably straight at her, but she was in the right place at the right time, and a goal there for Clare could have been a game-defining moment. We've 7 minutes left, 2 points in it, and quite a strong breeze behind Louth.
Yeah, and like Niamh O'Dee's at the edge of the square, so I think they need to find Niamh a little bit more of a ball. We can see what she can do in the air, so I think more ball going into her. Clare just need to work it in and get it to her, because we know how dangerous she is in front of the goals. So as we have said there, Sinead Considine has entered the fray, and it looks like Fidelma Marnin has been replaced again. Fidelma has worked really hard there, got some excellent scores in the first half, so no harm to bring fresh legs in.
And I suppose going back to the thing with Fidelma and the rain, she doesn't like rain. It has just started raining, and Fidelma has come off, so maybe that's why. Anyway, Clare now have it with Grania Nolan. Grania Nolan definitely fouled. There was an arm put in, crossed her shoulder, pulled her back. It's a free from close in, 14-yard free, and this definitely a very well, for somebody of Grania Nolan's ability, very easy opportunity for Grania Nolan to put this over the bar. And let's see, after giving Grania that build up now, what's going to happen. It is into a breeze, and well, Anne-Marie, I was maybe a bit too confident there that Grania was going to put that over.
Yeah,
I mean, for a player of her ability, you would expect it. I know the breeze is strong, in fairness, and that's probably a big factor.
Yeah, absolutely. It took it just right across the goals there. Louth are looking for someone here in the kick on. They found Aoife Russell. Aoife
Russell bounced it, but she's under a bit of pressure. Good play there from Cliona Blake. Cliona Blake did extremely well on that occasion to win that, and you know, putting the pressure on. That's, as we all know, Anne-Marie, that's the danger with the short kick out. If it goes wrong, it can go very wrong. And Grania has an opportunity here now. It's not far off exactly the same spot that she missed from a couple of seconds ago. I don't think she's going to miss this one. and she definitely doesn't. Puts it over the bar. It's down to a 1 point game.
Excellent work there from Cliona Blake to yeah, really, she's just into the free, but yeah, excellent work, and that would do Gráinne Nolan's confidence the world to go to pop that over as well.
It's a 1 point game, 2-8 to 110. Tara Kelly wins that kick out, pops it off as far as Amy Sexton. Amy Sexton finds Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney left, use her left hand to give that hand pass. Gráinne Nolan has it again now. Back as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney, there's a lot of Louth players in front of Clare, so they're going to have to be very patient with this. Siofra Connell turns around and she finds Clare Sinead Constantine. Sinead Constantine back to Maloney. Maloney use her left hand again to fist it across the field. Ashton Reedy takes it on, driving through. 4 or 5 Louth players around. Gráinne Nolan does brilliantly to hold on to that under quite a bit of pressure. Gets it back as far as Siofra Connell. Clare hold on to it, recycling possession, moving from left to right. Nice ball up as far as Cliona Blake. She gets the shot in, is going to bounce, could be dangerous. Goalkeeper deals with it very, very well, and eventually wins the free out. We've got less than 4 minutes left. It's a 1 point game, and Clare were patient on that occasion, Anne-Marie, but I suppose the opportunity to take the score didn't really present itself.
And that looked like a fair tackle on the goalkeeper, but the ref didn't feel it was. So Laois will try to hold on to possession here now for the last couple of minutes. Clare need to press up and get a score or 2 on the board. They're not going to panic, they've been in this situation before. Louth seem to be making another substitution, and it looks like that Rachel Linnard has entered. Yep,
Rachel Linnard has come in wearing number 26, and she's replacing the Louth corner forward Laura Collins. So Louth, they're a point up, and they've done very well coming all the way down to Ennis on the west coast. It's a 1 point game. We know that both teams are already through to the quarter final of the All-Ireland TG4 Intermediate Football Championship, but you wouldn't think it, because they both want to win this one. They're battling with everything that they have, and 2 players clash, and the Louth player is Ginny McCourt, clashed there with Laurie Ryan. Just seemed to accidentally hit each other as they crossed each other's line, and the referee is talking to Laurie Ryan, the referee Kieran Groom from Offaly. He's talking to Laurie Ryan, and he's given Laurie Ryan a yellow card. So Clare down to 14 players, Anne-Marie, for the remainder of the game. It happened in front of us here. Just looked to me as if 2 players kind of clashed. I'm not sure. The referee and the linesman saw something.
I think that Laurie had been ticked in the first half, so maybe this was her second tick. Yeah, harsh enough on Laurie. Louth are in possession. They're going to want to hold the possession now for the last couple of minutes. They want to wind down the clock. Clare need to get their hands on the ball and need to get scores.
Clare win it back. Cliona Blake, she's done really, really well since she's come in. So Clare bursting forward now. Orla Devitt gives it back as far as Blake. Blake going past the 45. Holds on to it. A couple of Louth players trying to put the pressure on, but Cliona Blake does very well to hold on to that and gets it back as far as Gráinne Harvey. She finds Orla Devitt, and Clare have possession here now, but can somebody break the tackle, or will Louth hold out Clare, as they've done a few occasions, and yet again on this occasion as well? There was a poor kick forward, and Louth now have a chance to hit Clare on the break. Only 2 forwards in the Clare half of the field, and the Louth corner forward Kate Flood does brilliantly on that occasion. The referee's playing advantage, did really well to hold on to it, gets it back as far as Ginny McCourt in support. McCourt gets it forward. Clare should cut this one out. There's a lot of Clare defenders back there, one of whom is Rebecca Doohan from Kimmeria Brecon. Clare win it back, break out with it. We're very close to going into injury time, about 40 seconds left in normal time, and Clare's Sinead O'Keefe has it. She's come on as a substitute as well from the banner. Not too sure what was happening there, but there was a big breakdown in communication. Clare gave the ball away, and it's been won back, however, by Orla Devitt. Did very well to win it back, and Clare know that they need to come out with this. Tara Kelly has it, surrounded by 3 players. Pops it off as far as Sinead O'Keefe. Sinead O'Keefe is blocked down, and I thought Clare lucky enough there to win a free out, Anne-Marie, unless something happened that I didn't see. but they've got the free out.
Yeah, she seemed to be in pull back. Again, I'm just going back to the previous play. Orla Devitt made a great block down on a hand pass there to win back possession. Real captain leadership there. Clare need to get the ball up the field. Michaela has found Rebecca Doohan.
And Clare now on the far side of the field, breaking out. Everybody down the line is wondering how much injury time is being played, because we are into injury time. So we'll just see what happens with regard to that. Clare have it now with Rebecca Doohan. Far side of the field, Gráinne Nolan breaking forward, gives it inside as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney, is she going to switch it to this side to Aisling Reedy? Instead gives it back to Tara Kelly. Tara Kelly goes to ground, gets up, gives it to Maloney. The linesman is sprinting in towards the referee, probably just checking how much injury time is being played. Presumably that's what they're checking. They're having a bit of a chat there, looking at each other's watches. We've already had a minute of injury time, so do Clare have enough time? There's probably a couple more minutes left, Marie, and Clare need to be patient, but at the same time they need to make something happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And if Clare do equalise, will it go to scoring difference? That's another thing we'll have to find out. But Clare in possession. Louth have everyone back except for one. They have about 14 behind the ball, and they seem to have one possession again, and they're going to try and hold on to the ball coming out. Clare are working so hard, they're trying to get that score.
Bursting forward again now, Louth with their midfielder who's had a really good game, Roisin Kavanagh, wearing 9 from St Feckin's club. But Louth lose it on the far side of the field. Referee says play on. Chloe Maloney has it. Maloney now, would she pop it to the runners? She still has it under a bit of pressure. Needs somebody to run off her shoulder. If Clare are going to hold on to the ball, a Louth player has picked up an injury, and the Louth player is Kieran Nolan. She's on the ground, and the referee has said hold it up there for a second. Presumably when play resumes, Clare will have the ball back, and as they desperately, Anne-Marie, look to try and get an equaliser. Yeah,
now Louth have 15 behind the ball, but we've seen teams have done it before against 15. They've worked to score. Clare possession is vital from this free kick. They have everyone up except for Michaela Glynn and Rebecca Doohan. So it's quite crowded on this side of the field, but the next minute now is crucial.
And the way it'll work here, if Clare do happen to get a point and get an equaliser, and if it finishes level, Clare will finish top of the group, because if two counties are level, the first thing that's looked at is who scored the most points between the two teams in the particular game. But that won't count unless Clare get an equaliser. At the moment, Louth are topping the group and have 1 foot. Well, a bit of 1 foot possibly in the quarter-final. Well, they're in the quarter-final anyway, but in terms of playing the team that finishes second in the corresponding group, both teams really keen though to win this game, but Louth definitely looking more likely at this stage. That was another loose pass from Clare. Clare's composure hasn't been great in the last couple of minutes, and the play is switched there by Roisin Kavanagh, but brilliantly read by Michaela Glynn. Just got there before Rachel Leonard. Clare win the free and give the ball away, but the referee gives him a reprieve. He says take it again, took it a bit early, he wasn't ready, so Michaela Glynn is going to take this free again, possibly. Well, no, it's not going to be Michaela Glynn, it's going to be Orla Devitt. The ball is brought forward. Orla Devitt looks for somebody to make a run, can only give it back to Michaela Glynn. There wasn't anything else really on. Michaela Glynn gives it as far as Tara Kelly. A bit of a loose pass. Tara Kelly did well under a lot of pressure there from Kieran Nolan. Wins the free and transfers it inside as far as Roisin Considine. The referee is asking a Louth player to show him her number. She turns around, shows the number on her back. The referee just ticks, and Roisin Considine now is going to take this. She switches the play, and she finds Sinead O'Keefe. Sinead O'Keefe breaking forward, finds Rebecca Doohan. Rebecca Doohan gives it back as far as Roisin Considine, but Clare Anne-Marie running into an awful lot of tackles. Louth hold on, win it by a point, by 2-8. Louth 2-8. Clare 1 goal and 10 points, and Anne-Marie, based on their second half and certainly elements of the first half, Louth deserved eventually to win that game, albeit by just a point.
Yeah, they did. They came out nearly a different team in the second half. Clare will be disappointed with their 2 or 3 goal scoring opportunities that they missed in the first half. But look, they're not out. They're going to have to regroup again and go again for the next day. Louth, as you can see, they're absolutely delighted with that win coming on the way down. It just didn't work out in the second half there for Clare, but look, they're not gone yet. They're very much still there. There was nothing between the teams. There was only the point in it in the end. It was a really good display from both sides. Very competitive, very fair, and heartbreak for Clare. But as I said, they're not out, and Louth will drive on now for the next round.
Let's see now. Louth are now going to play Roscommon in the quarter-final, and Clare would be up against Longford. So Clare versus Longford, and Louth versus Roscommon. And just before we finish up here, Anne-Marie, from Keezy Park in Ennis, both into the quarter-final stages, as we know. Louth will definitely bring more because they won the game, but Clare will definitely be looking at their composure in the last 4 or 5 minutes when the pressure come on. Some of the passing, some of the decision making, they're going to need to improve a lot on that.
Yeah, and I think I've no doubt that the Clare manager will work on that over the next couple of weeks. There's still plenty of time, you know, to fix those mistakes. It's a work in progress. Yes, they will be disappointed with some elements, but they had some lovely plays there in the first half and some in the second half as well. So that you know, they're going to learn from this, and it's how they react to this. And I've no doubt that they'll be ready to meet Longford in a couple of weeks' time.
Thanks indeed to our co-commentator Anne-Marie Canavan for everything this afternoon. Anne-Marie, thanks a lot. Final score here, a reminder, it's finished Louth 2-8, Clare 1-10, a 1-point win for Louth. They topped the group. Both teams qualify for the quarterfinals. Louth will play Roscommon, Clare will play Longford. That's it from Keezy Park in Ennis this afternoon. Thanks to everyone who helped out. Thanks to the Clare LGFA for all their cooperation, and Louth as well, and the LGFA nationally. That's it from Keezy Park in Ennis. The TG4 Intermediate Championship takes another twist. 4 quarterfinals upcoming over the next couple of weeks. A lot to look forward to for myself, Peter O'Connell. Good afternoon, and hope you enjoyed. Superb.
Is lining up to take this one. It's not a fact, it's actually Rebecca Clare off that left foot.
And it turns out it's a very, very... So Laura Collins now takes a couple of yards, gets behind it fairly well. Well, more than fairly well. Really, really well.
Work there from Cleena Blake to yeah, really, she's just into the fray, but yeah, excellent work. And that would do Gone in on the Conference of the World to go to pop that over as well.
It's a 1-point game, 2-8 to 1-10. Tara Kelly wins that kick out. Pops it off as far as Amy Sexton. Amy Sexton finds Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney left, use her left hand to give that hand pass. Granny Nolan has it again now. Back as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney, there's a lot of Louth players in front of Clare, so they're going to have to be very patient with this. Shifrin O'Connell turns around, and she finds Clare Sinead Constantine. Sinead Constantine back to Maloney. Maloney use her left hand again to fist it across the field. Ashton Reedy takes it on, driving through. 4 or 5 Louth players around. Granny Nolan does brilliantly to hold on to that under quite a bit of pressure. Gets it back as far as Shifrin O'Connell. Clare hold on to it. Recycling possession, moving from left to right. Nice ball up as far as Cleena Blake. She gets the shot in, is going to bounce, could be dangerous. Goalkeeper does.